Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf. Welcome, Amiibo. I was having and still am having a I don't want my arms seen kind of day. So rather than change shirts, I just put my jacket on. Figured I would address that before, like, get people questioning. Because, you know, it's probably a bit odd to randomly see me wearing my jacket. But yeah, that's what I've been feeling today. From Gabby! It's almost her birthday! Okay! So, that's a letter I want to hang on to. What's this one from Tia again? Okay, that was just surprise presents, so... Bam. I should actually read this letter. It's almost 12/16, and that's the day I'm at my shiniest, my birthday. I'm throwing a party at my place, so make sure you come with a big old present. Can't wait. I can't wait either. Darling Steven, I keep thinking I really need to get out there and do my holiday shopping, but at the same time, staying under the blanket feels really good. That's not my mother. I've already confirmed this. That would not be perfect orange. Ooh. If I plant that, would a perfect orange tree sprout? Or would a regular orange tree sprout? Now I want to see. So... Can I just, like... No, I need to actually dig a hole. Okay. Bam. If I can even bury it. Okay, I can bury it. I must see. Can I have perfect oranges in a cherry town? I probably can't, but I want to see. I'm experimenting. Isn't this perfect picnic weather? In game, yeah. Let's talk. We need Kimura to master the day and forgot something. You mind giving it to him for me? I'm sure he's worried about losing it. Sure, I can do that. But, yeah, today, and this is probably going to be a bit of a shorter episode because of this. It's snowing. Quite a lot. And it's a very wet snow. There's been quite a few accidents already. I'm kind of impressed power has not gone out. I always get the coffee blend. So many different flavors. It has to be good. That is fair. But, yeah. So I'm probably gonna aim for only like a 20-minute episode today. I do apologize. I just want to be safe. I might even at some point do a jump cut where I am saving and continuing and then pausing the recording and starting it again, just so I have something in case the power goes out. I know I should just record in like AVI or something and then record my audio with something else. And then have, like, a unifying thing to sync it all up to. And that's too much effort. When just recording an MP4 does all of that for me. The only problem with MP4 is if I lose power, it all goes away. That's the only problem. The only one. Like... But nah. Like, I wouldn't mind it if there was some other format I could record with in OBS that could just record multiple tracks. Like, that would be so convenient. And, like, I know what you guys might be thinking of. Like, well, you know, why would that matter? And I assume that because a lot of you probably haven't done a lot of video editing before. But let's imagine for a moment that, you know, at this point of recording the series, I'm pretty much down on this stuff. Ooh, fishing tourney coming this Saturday. Neat. Large cold front is moving in. Okay. Large snowstorm for tomorrow. Frisk. Stop. I can already tell you were up where you shouldn't have been. You don't need to do it while I'm here. So we got a big snowstorm tomorrow. Right, I need to do up my Azure Lane today. Back on what I was talking about. Let's imagine you record something. And everything looks fine on your end as you're recording it. But then, gosh darn, wouldn't you know it, game audio was too low. How do you fix it if things aren't in separate tracks? Because if every other audio level was good, or possibly even on the verge of being too high, if everything is on one single track, what do? You literally can't do anything other than just accept that the game audio is too low and either re-record it if you can, or just go with that. Like, that's your only option. Meanwhile, like this, you know, if the audio is ever too low, I can raise it. If it's too high, I can lower it. It's also not an issue syncing it up, because, well, it's just synced. Yes, Frisk, I can see you back there. Imagine that. I have eyes in the back of my head. You ought to know this by now. Little gremlin. But, like, that's why I record an MP4, is so I can do those edits if I need to do them. Ideally, you would just have your settings perfect, and you would never need to adjust them. But then, well, okay, my settings were perfect. For the snowball. Not using the snowball right now, am I? So I need to fine-tune the settings. And even still, I would like to fine-tune this microphone a little more. I'm also tempted to see if I just could find a way to make the snowball work properly again. It could just need unplugged for a while. Like, that could be all it really needs. I don't know. Speaking of, no, I don't want to unplug it right now. That could break things. I was about to say, I could just pull the plug on it. It might be working fine again. Like, I don't even know if you guys could hear what I could hear in the microphone. Because none of you ever said anything, so either it's been doing it for a long time and I've just never noticed. Because, let's be honest, I don't listen to myself. You might be able to tell by me not wanting my arms seen. I don't much care for myself. You know, I don't want to listen to myself. I do that enough while I'm talking. I don't want to do that after I'm done talking. Okay, how many fossils am I up to? 3. 3, and I must come see the Rooney. Yo, Rooney, got a package for you. Just bust down his door. Rooney, package. Jebzowo? Yeah, I wanted to talk to you. I got a delivery for you. I think Frisk is, like, causing a fuss because I have my jacket on and I'm still wearing my shoes. So I was watching Shadow. It's harp! Thought I lost this for good. Didn't know you played the harp, man. Frisk, I'm not going anywhere. Here, I will take my shoes off. I don't need them on anymore anyway. And this should calm her down a bit. I would hope. There. Jeez. A man can't wear shoes, I guess. But now she's trying to claim them as hers. So they're her shoes for now, I guess. You know, until I put them on again. Then they'll be mine. But, yeah, like, I really wish OBS just had another format that was better with crashes and power outages and such, and, like, didn't guaranteed mean your footage is corrupted. But they don't. So it's literally a case of MP4 or nothing. Like, there is another format of MP4 they have that apparently is supposed to not have that issue. I've not tested it. I probably should at some point. But, like, it's also kind of a thing. I don't trust when it's like, this is effectively the same format, but it doesn't crash now. It's like, okay, but why isn't it the same format then? Why is it effectively the same? If, you know, this was something fixable, why wasn't it fixed? Like, call me crazy one here, but, like, I feel like if it was just a problem with the MP4 format, they could have just fixed it with a, you know, change to the format. I don't... But, like, what do I know? I don't make video formats. I wouldn't want to. Fuchsia! Fuchsia! She's, like, the only one still calling me by a good nickname. Something for you to do. Bury this time capsule. Alright, sounds great. I don't have space in my letters. Or no, I do. Also, Loba, I know you wanted something, but I was talking with Fuchsia. Want to chat? The suspension bridge is in a really great spot. Without it, I'd lose some of my motivation when hunting bugs. Did good, Mayor. Alright, okay, he's trying to get back on my good side. He knows Toy Day's coming up, and he's decided he needs to be nice instead of naughty. I've sussed that out. Bury with fury of 1,000 lorries. Bamboo. No, I don't know why I'm in such a rhymey, punny mood lately. I just kind of am. I think I'm going insane. And if y'all watching's thought isn't going, there's no hope for you. Let's chat. Thought I'd rock the whole rock and roll look today. Couldn't be this cool without my skull teeth. No, you couldn't. Fuchsia! It's not really dark, but I buried it. Can't wait to dig it up. Just have to wait patiently. Now we will. Now, Sky is down here. Yo! I delivered it. Handed it over. Just taking the package to Rooney. Did he say anything about it? I think he did. I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't even realize he left it. No, didn't he say that he thought he lost it forever? Why are they doing that? Why are they getting confused? I'm confused now. Am I just that bad at conveying what's going on? Hey, Carlos. It's been open to see us. Want to chat? Mole cricket's so sneaky. Can't catch one. Could you get one for me? I can try. I mean, it gives me something to fill out a bit of time with. Oh, here's the final fossil. Neat. I mean, like, my thought was like, oh, I'll just do, like, daily routine, do a bit of talking, and then, like, end the episode. But it's like, I'm already basically done, and it's only been, like, 13 minutes. And that feels way too short, even though I'm trying to be very safe about this. So, like, I know there was supposed to be a scheduled power outage that was... Well, there was a scheduled power outage that was supposed to affect this place, but for some reason didn't. So that was annoying. Turned my computer off for nothing, which also caused Frisk to start being fussy because my computer was turned off. And you might think, oh, it's because you leave stuff... No, I don't. If I do that, she's even fussier than normal. And I think it's because I put sound on my speakers when I'm going to bed. So, she looks around, I'm not in bed, something's wrong. Because for a while I was working, I would also put on a playlist for her just to have some sort of noise while I was working. So, I think that she's going back into that of, oh no, he's gone, he's left, he's nowhere to be found. And Frisk definitely has separation anxiety, so... Like... It was definitely one of the contributing factors to me quitting my job, just on top of them not giving me hours, was that, you know, Frisk was decently quickly going bald because of her separation anxiety. Which I feel so bad for the poor little bean, but, like, I gotta eventually work again, unless this YouTube thing explodes. I do gotta eventually work again. So, you know, I just really hope and wish I could find a place that would at least guarantee me, like, 3 shifts a week. I don't think that's a big ask, but it's apparently a kind of difficult thing to find these days. And then companies wonder why nobody wants to work. Well, maybe it's because you're not giving people hours. Of which I know the response from the companies would be, well, that's because the government says that the minimum wage is like $15. It's like, yeah, and that's because you guys rose the prices so much. If the prices weren't so high, minimum wage could be lower because people wouldn't have to be making, you know, $40,000 to $50,000 a year to live a comfortable life. You know, they could get by on the $20-some thousand a year that a $15 minimum wage gives. Which, I just... Think about that one for a moment. $15 an hour sounds like a lot of money, doesn't it? It's really not. Like, let me just quickly do this for you guys so you don't have to do it. 15 by 40 is 600. 4 weeks in a month, that's $2,400 a month. 12 months in a year, that's $28,800 a year. Gross pay. Up here in Canada, that is below the poverty line. You could be making $15 an hour and be below the poverty line. Let that sink in. It's been outside for a long time now. Yeah, like... I don't want to get on that rant, because I have a lot of opinions. It's why we desperately need UBI/Universal Basic Income. That would heavily alleviate the stress for low-income families and, you know, families working the regular jobs that are required for the world to function. Like, I said I'm not going to get into this rant, but I just need to... I know a lot of you probably fully grasp this, but think of this for a moment. You could get rid of every, you know, stats firm in the world. Just get rid of all of them. Those are a high-paying position. You could just get rid of all of them in a snap. And the world would carry on as if nothing happened. You do the same thing for, like, cashiers. And suddenly, the world almost stops working. Because just imagine this one for a moment. How many things do you encounter in the run of a day that require a cashier? I mean, they don't require it. There is self-checkouts, but companies without cashiers would not be using self-checkouts either. Because it would be so easy without that cashier standing there to make sure that you're not, you know, duping the company. It'd be so easy to dupe the company. But, like, let's imagine you get a coffee in the morning on your way to work. Well, that's a cashier you've interacted with. Your coffee, you were probably talking to one cashier while another cashier prepared your order, because at a, you know, fast food coffee place, they do double duty of cashier and worker, you know, and production worker. Yet they're paid minimum wage for doing 2 jobs at once. Let's say you then at lunchtime go out and, you know, you decide to be a bit healthy. You go to your local supermarket and pick up a freshly made salad, maybe a thing of yogurt. You still need to deal with a cashier to pay for those. So that's 2 cashiers you've encountered, and without them, you would not have had your morning coffee or your lunch. Now let's take that a step further. Let's eliminate all minimum wage jobs, period. Well, there goes basically all of your supermarket workers, all of your fast food workers, all of your waiters, service industry workers. There goes a lot of low-end factory work that is required to make the high-end factory work function. Like, it's a case of, yeah, technically, a cashier is a low-paid, you know, a low-skill position that anyone can do. But to pretend it's somehow lesser because of that is just dumb. Like, it is arguably more important than a lot of other jobs. No, I didn't want to... I was just trying to swing the net. We'll have a couple perfect cherries now. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna keep them separated for now while I find Kurlos. Just in case one of our animals is like, hey, I could really go for a fruit right now. That way I don't have to, like, de-stack them. I can just wait to stack them. Kurlos! Hello, my man! People are calling you Shorty. Fine. I'm keeping the mole cricket. No, I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him. Got your bug. I think Lobo deserves a lump of coal this year. His appreciation slice. A dazed tea. Neat. You know, I might actually see what that looks like. What does that look like? I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Oh, it's just like... kind of like a Gmod texture? Well, Gmod lack of texture? You just slap some black on there and bam. Okay. Like, it... I know I've explained this before, but to explain for people what universal basic income would do, as it was initially proposed, it has been changed so many times. As it was initially proposed, it would basically give everybody under, I think it was like, 60,000 a year, the equivalent of an extra income. Like, as in, it would basically, at the time, minimum wage was like 12 something, and it basically gave the equivalent of working, you know, 40 hours a week at $12 minimum wage. So it was like $20,000. And like the amount you got did go down based on how much you made. 60,000 was like the cutoff point. So like at 60,000, you'd only be getting, I think it was like $5,000. And this was taxable money. Like the government's taking a cut of this back too. So like, really it's, you know, it's literally like working an extra job. I think it's now down to like $10,000, and if you make over like $30,000, you don't apply for it or something like that. And it's still, people are, you know, our government's going, I don't know. It's like, guys, like, but how would we fund it? Tax the rich! How else do you fund things? The answer there is you tax everyone but the rich. That's how they fund things otherwise. Tax the rich for a change. Cut government salaries by 5% across the board. Ta-da! You've got enough money to pay everyone in Canada that money. You know, I'm not going to get into that, though. I will, however, be ending things off, because it's, you know, it's been about 25 minutes. I want to get this finalized before I possibly lose power. So with that, I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo. See you all then! And now in this end card, I would like to ask, if you liked the video, hey, could you hit that like button for me? And if you're not subscribed, could you maybe subscribe? It would help me out a lot. Thanks a bunch.